What's up guys, this is Eric from RC Productions, and today I'm going to list some upgrades for the Traxxas UDR, so let's get it. Alright guys, the first upgrade I recommend is some aluminum wheel hexes for the truck. So this right here is an aftermarket wheel hex from Traxxas. I believe it was $12 from a local hobby shop, so I went ahead and picked it up, and this is my stock wheel hex after a couple rides. The disc brake is partially bent and the wood hex itself is stripping out. This isn't what you want, especially when you're on 6S with all that power and torque. The truck will just bite right through it and you'll be out of luck. So that is the first upgrade I highly recommend if you get the truck. So let's move on to upgrade number 2. Alright, so upgrade number 2 is a very important upgrade if you bash hard. This is a stock Traxxas trailing arm compared to a aluminum trailing arm, which is a must when you bash hard with the truck. So you can go ahead and be like me and order some cheap GPM trailing arms from Amazon or anywhere else. But I highly recommend you get any aluminum trailing arms because the stock ones will just bend so easy no matter what you do. So I highly recommend the trailing arms. Let's move on to upgrade number 3. Alright, so upgrade number 3 is a controversial upgrade, but in my opinion, I think it's worth it. The third upgrade I recommend is a Servo. I got the 1256G Servo, and that servo has been phenomenal for me. I haven't had any issues with it. The speed's fine, the torque is fine, and it's strong enough to supply all the power for the truck to move. This is a stock servo right here. This one actually stripped out the teeth and just stopped working. That is a pretty known issue with the servos from Traxxas. They just stop working and more issues, but that's my issue with the stock servo, just junk. And this is actually the package the Servo servo comes with. It's actually a good package, nice box. And you also come with all those goodies right there too. So if you plan on putting it on a different truck, you have all those pieces right there. So the next upgrade I have to offer, which is not necessarily an upgrade, but more of a piece I recommend, is a RC Screws stainless steel screw kit. Here's the model number right here. The screw kit's a great kit. I have it all around my truck, top to bottom, skid plate, and it's a great kit. I highly recommend this kit because you can go through water or mud or anything you want, and the screws won't rust out, and they're good screws. In terms of stripping out, I think they're a little more weaker than the stock ones. I've stripped out a lot of these with a drill, but you know, that's a drill at the same time, so can't go wrong. The next upgrade I really recommend is you getting your suspension dialed in. I'm running the stock shocks. I rebuilt the bypasses just because they leaked, and they still leak, but nonetheless, I tuned my shocks the way I wanted them. So I went ahead and threw some 60 weight Team Losi Racing oil in my reservoirs and some 70 weight Team Losi Racing oil as well in my coilovers. And I also upgraded the springs in it. I made a video a while back talking about my suspension setup, and since then I haven't changed anything at all. Every single time I clean it, I make sure the shocks are topped off with oil so they can perform the way I want them to perform. So that is it for the suspension. So let's move on to toe links. This is an upgraded part from Traxxas. This is their aluminum toe links for the front end. This right here is a stock one. It's plastic and it's prone to bend, so I went ahead and picked up some better ones for styling and durability. This is the part number. I haven't installed them yet, but I will install them soon. So here they are, just a great piece. They look sick, and they're a nice piece for sure. The ends are well thought out from Traxxas. The next upgrade I recommend highly is the rear sway bar. I'm running a hot racing sway bar. The actual bar itself is about 3 times as thick as a stock one, which definitely makes an improvement in handling of the truck. I feel like the truck is not as prone to roll over as it did before because this sway bar is adjustable. So you can adjust it to the way you want it to. And I have it in the middle setting just because that's a stock setting, and since then I haven't changed anything at all. It's a great sway bar setup, and I am not running a front sway bar on the front just because I don't think it's necessary, because all that torque, twist, and power comes from the rear end just because it's locked, and all that torque twist just makes it rear end dance. So I think that sway bar definitely helped out in handling, and I haven't had any issues with that as well. So one thing I really recommend when you get the truck right away is to tape the inner wheel wells of your body. I do this because when it bottoms out, the tires end up rubbing the inside of the fender right here, and you can see the tire mark through the paint, which isn't what you want. So you pick up some local tape at your local auto shop store and just tape your inner wheel wells. And one thing a lot of people miss out when they tape their trucks is to tape the holder here where the screws sit at. I do this because with my old body, it was cracked and I didn't put tape on it, and when I did, it was too late because the rear here was already cracking. So at that point, that screw was no longer useful, so I had to cut off the rear fender, and that was a mess. But I highly recommend you tape this piece right here in particular on both sides, because when you crash, all that force usually goes right here and will just rip off, which isn't what you want, because you want your truck looking pretty shiny like mine. Alright guys, to wrap it up, I just want to say thank you for watching this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed the video of me talking about the truck and what are my thoughts on the upgrades and why I chose upgrades, and just all the things I said in this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it and maybe take into consideration of purchasing these items yourself. So really hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching as always. Please subscribe, like, and share, and peace.